All right. Thank you so much for doing this, Tolu. I'm really excited to talk to you about your thoughts on the college fully funded program. So the first question I have for you is, can you introduce yourself and tell us who you are and where you are in your education?
So my name is Tolu Ademola. I'm currently a freshman at Penn State, and I'm looking to transfer to another 4-year institution.
Okay, great. What did you want to achieve when you joined the program? What problem were you facing?
I think the biggest problem I was facing was not understanding the college process here in the States, as well as I should have during my first year. I think because I came from the UK a few years ago, and along with all the other things I have to adjust to, trying to adjust to learn the college process was part of that. And I think the program was, especially with the outcome of the first year admissions, the program was like a step for me to understand the process much more.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, and how to be successful in the process, yeah.
Okay. So again, just your biggest problem was not understanding the college admissions process here in the United States. Is that my understanding of what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what was your main goal? Like, what did you want to achieve?
I think my main goal was to eventually get into one of my reach schools. That's my main goal, to get into one of my reach schools at an affordable, like a price my family can afford. And then sort of the short-term goals in the program was to start planning out my applications, to start drafting essays, to start drafting the financial aid application and what should be included in that, and what information I should give to the colleges to make sure I do get funded.
Okay, great. So what would it mean to you if you accomplished your main goal of getting into one of your rich colleges and getting funded?
It will mean a lot. I mean, a great amount, because getting into sort of one of my reach schools has been a goal for me. I think I'll say I'm very academically driven. I've enjoyed school a lot, and I would like to sort of be at a high level, continue to be at a high level of school, and to set myself up for a good career in the future. So I think I would be very happy if I got into one of my reach schools funded.
Okay, great. So let's talk a little bit more about the program and your experience in it. So what 2 to 3 parts of the college fully funded program have had the biggest impact on you?
The first part, definitely the different lists and the directories of the targeted directories of the different schools we should be looking at that do give full funding. I think it helped to narrow my search much more and to make the search much more easier, because now I can pinpoint quickly at schools that will give me funding, and then I can look more into those individual schools to see what I like more or less about each one. The second part, I liked the week when we talked about essays. I think it did give me a lot of ideas and help give me direction on what to write. Because I think with me, at least, once I have sort of an idea of what I'm going to do, especially for the essays, writing the essay isn't as challenging, because I say I'm a good writer, but it's getting the ideas that reflect to me well that I have difficulty with. So I think when we talked a lot about essays and what they should be showing, I think that was very important and helped a lot. I think the third thing that was very helpful, when we talked about the financial aid applications, what different types there were, because I did have an idea of the different types of applications, but I wasn't completely sure on how each one should be filled out. like what information specifically we should have to sort of help schools like calculate what funding, like calculate the funding we'll receive. And also a lot of little things I think were discussed throughout the different weeks. A few things like the public school versus private school, like what schools will give funding, especially to me as I'm recognized as an international student. There's a lot of uncertainty that on that level. And then as I was searching for schools, a lot of that did come up because some schools would say, oh, we don't give funding to international transfers. Some schools say we do. I think understanding the differences, because a lot of these differences aren't so obvious a lot of the time. You have to go through 2-3 different web pages before you get to it. And I think discussing them helps me get those answers very quickly.
Okay. So what exactly did you learn to do differently compared to what you did in the past?
I think, especially with the essays, like to just be myself in like the application. Because I think before I had an idea of, oh, a school's looking for this kind of student, school's looking for that kind of student. And I kind of, in my application, sway away from who I am as a person. But I think that I've learned that it's just best to just be yourself, your authentic self, and show that in the best way possible than to portray yourself this way or that way. I think that's important. And I learned that in the program.
Okay. All right. And then what impact has that had on you so far in the application process?
I think it's made it less stressful, honestly, because and not just the program, but sort of the last year of what has happened at school and in my life. I now like have a better idea of how to like present myself to these schools. And that better idea means I don't worry as much on, oh, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to have enough to write? Because I think now I like definitely have enough, if not too much, to show. So I think that's definitely helps. And also with the transfer deadlines being a bit later, it gives you a bit more time to like put everything together well, to make sure I continue doing well in school. So I think that's what's helped it be less stressful.
Okay, great. So I want you to complete this sentence. I almost did not join the college fully funded program because.
Because I was uncertain of how it would be, because it was something very new and something quite last minute for me and my family. And at the time, I was also looking at sort of my Penn State application, and that was a time of a lot of uncertainty. So we weren't too sure if joining the program will be the best decision or the best thing to spend money on. But I think it's definitely been worth it.
Okay. And another sentence, my favorite part of working with a college fully funded program is.
The feedback we get on like the assignments each week, I think they've been very helpful, especially with clarifying things and giving us direction on our next step.
Okay. And who would you recommend the college fully funded program to and why?
I'll definitely recommend my younger brother. He's currently a sophomore in high school. So college applications are soon coming up for him. And even now he should start putting stuff together, like start getting an idea of what he's interested in. So I think I'll definitely recommend it to him.
Okay. This was rather quick. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. This has been great. Is there anything else that you wanted to say that I didn't ask you?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I
Sorry, I
said I
didn't mean
think
to cut you off.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, it's fine. I said there's nothing else I need to add. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. And if you're watching this and curious about how the College Fully Funded program can help you with your college plans, just feel free to click the link below. Thank you, Tolu.
Have a good day.